Let's bring in Liberal Senator Dave Sharma now. Senator, it's good to catch up. Thank you very much for joining me. I want to start with net zero. How will the Liberals navigate this? I mean, you've got seniors in the Liberals like Andrew Hastie saying it's like a straitjacket. They want 2050 scrapped. You've got Nationals MPs, some saying the same. The Liberals obviously want to win back city seats from independents, including, of course, your former seat of Wentworth. Do you want net zero 2050 revisited?
Let me make this point to begin with. It was the Howard government that took us into the Kyoto Protocol, right? It was the Abbott government that signed us up to the Paris Climate Accord. It was the Morrison government that signed us up to the Glasgow annex to the UNFCCC negotiation. So, you know, Liberal or coalition governments throughout have had these debates, and it's healthy and perfectly normal that they do so. But look, to my mind, the debate we should be having with the Labor Party is not about the direction of travel. It's about how we get there. What's our energy mix going to be in the future? Should we have nuclear power in the mix? Do we need gas in the short term? And I think that's a debate that the public is genuinely interested in. But I think this sort of totemic issue of net zero has taken on a theological significance, if you like, out of all proportion to the realities we face. I think Australians are interested in what can help bring down their power prices and help us lower emissions at the same time. And that's something that we are interested in as Liberals as well. That's the sort of argument we should be having, not about something that's an international goal, which we don't know if the world will meet, which, like many international commitments, is a sort of an aspirational or a stretch target. I don't think we should become too fixated on that. And I think if we do, it will be to our detriment as a political movement.
Right, I understand. I completely, perfectly understand. I mean, people do want to know how their power bills are going to be brought down. But the thing is, Senator, you've got countries now around the world pulling out. They say that they can no longer reach those targets. So why should Australia also just stand idly by when we're not a big emitter?
Look, the United States has pulled out of this agreement. I'm not aware of any other countries with binding targets that have done so.
New Zealand?
You could argue that China and India don't have binding targets. I don't believe New Zealand has withdrawn, but I stand to be corrected there. It might be a topic of debate. But OK, I'll accept that then. But look, New Zealand's not I mean, I believe we should be a good international citizen. If the world decides this is not reachable, then of course we should reconsider our position. I don't think we should be the last country in, but I don't think we should be the first country out.
No, fair enough. Look, I just want to go back on nuclear. I mean, there are moderates in the party wanting nuclear to be dumped altogether. If you don't differentiate your energy policies from Labor, how will you be able to win elections moving forward?
Well, I'd say to begin with that, firstly, I think we've shown a lot more enthusiasm for gas than Labor has, and gas is a key transition fuel that if you can bring on more supplies of gas, you will bring down the price of electricity and prices or input prices for a number of industries that rely upon gas as well as that use a large amount of energy. So I think gas is a key differentiator. Nuclear, I mean, I think nuclear energy should be in the mix, but it should be on a commercial competitive basis, which is how a market should run. So I don't support having a legislative prohibition on nuclear power, but I think we should overturn that and then allow the market to decide. I mean, nuclear should be able to compete on a level footing in cost terms and reliability terms and other terms, as the same as coal, the same as gas, the same as hydro, the same as solar. And I think if we have a level playing field like that, we can let the market and private capital determine what's the best way forward. And that's what we as Liberals should be about.